everyone, my name's Danielle and welcome to Board Game Bakes. This week we're going to focus on SpongeBob games. There. These games were generously given to me by the Off Game, so thank you very much. And who knew that there's so many fun Spongebob Squarepants? I keep on saying Squareplants. Spongebob Squarepants games out there. I didn't. I grew up watching Spongebob Squarepants, so it's cool that they're still making things for it. These just want to be dueling cakes because when I think of Munchkin, which Munchkin recently came out in the SpongeBob form, so if you like Munchkin and SpongeBob, go check it out. We're going to make a pineapple cake with coconut frosting, cover it in fondant, and decorate 2 cakes to look like they're Patrick and SpongeBob in an epic duel. Let's get started. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob Squarepants! So, naturally we're going to make a pineapple cake. Cream 3 sticks of softened unsalted butter in your mixer until nice and creamy. While that's mixing, combine 4.5 cups of cake flour. If you don't have cake flour, this recipe is nice enough to say that you could substitute 9 tablespoons of cornstarch and remove 9 tablespoons of flour, 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of salt. You want to mix that together in a bowl. Time for a third dirty dish. Bowl. Add 9 egg whites. 9 egg whites. 12 ounces of crushed pineapple with the juice. 3/8 cup vegetable oil. 1 cup milk. And 1.5 teaspoons vanilla extract. Mix until it's mostly homogeneous. Back to the butter. Add 3 cups of sugar and mix at least 2 minutes until it's nice and fluffy. Now alternate adding your wet and dry ingredients. Start with your dry, then add some wet, then add some dry, and add some wet, and then some dry. Make sure not to overmix it. Pour into 4 9-inch circle pans, and these are prepared by putting a circle of parchment paper on the bottom and then spraying with some Pam. And finish it off with a dusting of flour. We don't take any chances here. That cake is gonna come out. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20-25 minutes. If the toothpick comes out mostly clean, but a few crumbs, then it's done. I'm not sure if I just had tropical on my mind or whether I was just thinking about pina coladas, but we're going to do a coconut frosting. And instead of using extract to get the flavor, we're going to use coconut milk. To start, cream 3 sticks of softened unsalted butter in a mixer until nice and smooth. Slowly add in 5 cups of powdered sugar, and if you want to, you could even sift that to make it extra silky. Time to add in that yummy coconut flavor. Add 1 tablespoon at a time of canned coconut. You want to make sure you shake it and stir it so it's all evenly distributed, I guess. You can add up to 6 tablespoons. You could probably add more depending on your preference, but that's probably the right consistency. Once you're satisfied, put the mixer on medium-high and get a fluffy, delicious concoction. I found fun SpongeBob and Patrick fighting pictures on the SpongeBob Munchkin's rulebook and Plankton Rising's box, so I knew it was meant to be. Print out 2 copies of your desired picture. One we're going to use to get the shape, and one is going to get totally destroyed to use as stencils. You could also flip the image so it looks like they're looking at each other for an epic duel. Let's start with Patrick. Use some pink gel food coloring to make a nice hot pink fondant for Patrick. Roll it out and trace the complete Patrick picture. Use some white fondant to cut out the shape of his mouth and eyes. And some yellow with a dab of blue to get vibrant green shorts. Finally, add a little blue to the pink you already created, and this will give you the purple for the fun flowers design on his pants. To prep SpongeBob, roll out some yellow fondant and trace most of the SpongeBob shape. You could choose to not outline the shoes, or if you want to, you can use that as a base as well. Use a little extra to make his beautiful nose. Add a drop of brown and to the extra yellow, and roll it out and cut into the infamous Squarepants. Use some of Patrick's leftover pink fondant with a drop of red to get SpongeBob's large mouth. Roll out some white to trace his eyes, shirt, and teeth. Don't forget his black shoes. Psst. Subscribe to Board Game Bakes to watch even more fun videos. Bye! Use edible markers to add the details needed to bring these characters to life. Were you brainwashed by SpongeBob as a child? I definitely remember it when it first came out and may have had the fun and SpongeBob ripped his pants song memorized for a long time. Maybe some even now, which is kind of impressive. Lastly, get a hunk of marshmallow fondant and dye it light blue to put our friends under the sea. Time to prepare our cakes. Use 2 of the 9-inch cakes for SpongeBob and 2 for Patrick. Use the stencil that you created to make the picture to create a cardboard base, but you don't want to go right up against it, you want to leave a little room. So this way you have some blue in the background. I didn't cut myself right after I told myself I'd wind up cutting myself. That'd be silly. Once they're all cut out, put a layer of that tasty coconut frosting on the cake, and then put the final layer on top. Next, we're going to cover the whole cake with buttercream. Attempt to do a crumb coat and have it set in the fridge. Do a thick final layer of the buttercream and get it as smooth as possible. Let it stiffen up in the fridge so you have nice sharp edges. And while that's hardening a bit, roll out your blue fondant to 1/8 of an inch thickness. Spread it over the cake, 1 at a time. 2 would be a little difficult, I think. To get nice and smooth, start at the top, and then you want to smooth down the sides while pulling slightly, so this way you don't get some of the folds on the side of the cake. Final touch is nice and easy. You just want to add a little bit of water as glue, and just stick your friends on top of the cake. I'm ready! I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you? Thanks for watching another episode of Board Game Bakes. If this is the first time here, thanks for dropping by. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for new videos every Tuesday. When I grew up watching Spongebob Squarepants, I think I was a little partial to Gary. Meow. Let me know in the comments, who is your favorite Spongebob Squarepants character? Keep playing games and keep them sweet. Bye!